Hello all, happy Navratri. As you all know, we have started this beautiful series called Wanderlust Wisdom, that is a travel series come awareness program. Here we bring out 9 women from various fields who are expertise in their own field and will be sharing with us some good travel tips with us. And so our third lady of wisdom today is with us, that is Mukta Kamplikar. So Mukta, we will introduce you. Hello. So we'll introduce you. Over to Chandraghanta.
Hi, Dr. Mukta Kamplikar is the founder and chief consultant at Mukta Liberating Human Potential, a facilitator and coach working in the area of human capital development. She has done PhD in marketing management and major is service marketing. She is a top 10 woman leader from Pune Woman Entrepreneur magazine. She has done a postdoctoral research on service quality across public sector banking in Southeast Asia and many more achievements, but time is very short to speak about. She is a great traveler and she is a great artist too. So Mukta, here is the first question for you. How can one balance work or other commitments with desire to travel more even with the busy schedule?
Well, I think it's important to prioritize travel. And I say this in my classes. I say this to people who come for coaching or whenever I meet people, I tell them that travel is one of the most important learning mechanisms that one can have. One is that when you travel, you meet new people, see new cultures, eat new food, and when you do all of this, you figure things out in a new place. You're actually building new neural connections, and you're actually learning and growing without even knowing it. So I think it's very important to travel, and one needs to put it on their agenda. And I'm delighted that you're a women's travel company where you take women groups for travel. I think for women, it's even more important to prioritize themselves and their own learning. When it comes to your children, you have many more stories to tell your children and your children's children when you travel. And I think traveling with very diverse groups is important. The different kind of people that you meet there. For example, when I went to Turkey, I went with a Korean group to Turkey. I was cooking with some Australians in Bali. I did a cooking class there. I attended a cooking class there. So I think there's so many of these experiences that you collect while you go and do this adventure for yourself. I think it's very, very important for people, both men and women alike, but more so for women who probably put some of their own things in the background to prioritize something else. I think they need to, it's a part of self-love and self-nurturing to travel.
Yes. So basically, a woman should understand the priorities also. Self-love is important, as you mentioned. This is something a woman never thinks of. Self-love is, I don't think so, she prioritizes the most. Secondly, tell me how effectively one can use their time over other priorities. I think you already answered that thing, but still there are housewives, there are entrepreneurs who are women entrepreneurs rather, who are actually juggling between work-life balance, the hobbies part, the passion part, and somewhere in entire this scenario they actually forget the travel part. This is something which is avoided. So how effectively a time management you think you can just put a bit idea of that also, if you can put in.
Sure. So if you ask me, my own experience is that I used to pick up a project in a place that I wanted to travel to. So I've done it the other way around as well. So one of the projects that I did for one of the largest groups in the country was in Turkey. Okay. And I took that project because I wanted to go and see Cappadocia. So it was like, I just picked up a project from there. Okay. So you actually can do both. And it's not that you are traveling for leisure and you're going to, just have fun. You actually do things out of that. So for example, when I went to Montserrat or when I went to Barcelona, I actually picked up images of that place. I brought them with me in my mind and I painted them. So like I paint as a hobby. So I do paint some of the images that I have gathered from all these beautiful places that I've been to. And I interpret them. I kind of make meaning out of it many days after you come back really from that place. And there are some places that kind of stay with you. There are some gullies, there are some trees that you have seen which stay with you. There are some colors that stay with you. So, and I not only paint them, I also have created merchandise out of those paintings. So, like for example, I went to Murashara. I went to
Murashara.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. So, okay. So let me share this one with you. So this is one of my tote bags. This is Murashara. And this, so this painting got sold quite some time back, but this is a high-res image of that painting which I created merchandise out of. Similarly, Italy is very beautiful, so I just loved Rome, and then I saw some very colorful places in Italy. So this is Italy. This is a part of a beautiful place that I saw in Italy. So I do some of these things. So it's not really just leisure. You can actually convert this into an entrepreneurial venture also. So it's not like I'm balancing work and life. It's work and fun and passion and everything together. And I think I feel lucky that I am able to do all of this. And I would love for people to try something like this.
So, you can say, of course, in your profession, you can do the other way around also. You can take the projects and, you can roam to that place, and you can be a leisure trip also and a business trip also. But a woman who is just here, who is having her businesses, her family over here. So, don't you think travel is a regeneration for her, and she should take it on the top priority?
Of course it is. It refreshes you because it's not at all taxing for you when you really enjoy it. And it also depends on who you travel with, what kind of experiences that you have over there. So I'm sure you're the travel expert, so you'd be educating people on that. But I really think that people should take time to refresh themselves, and travel does a lot of that. It does a lot of that, and particularly when we go to places.
So we have seen the women gaining confidence after that, after coming back to India.
Absolutely, because a couple of times, my luggage got kind of lost. Okay.
Yes.
A couple of times, my flights got delayed, and I had to take the next flight, and then I was kind of stranded at the airport. Yes. So you learn to figure some of these things out. You learn to talk to the local people. You learn to kind of figure things out by yourself, and as a result, you're absolutely much more confident than you're a changed person after you go to
travel. Actually, there is a quote also saying that travel makes you a great storyteller, or you can be a best. What you can say? It is the best investment actually.
Yeah. even travel teaches you the patience also.
You're stranded at an airport and you're like waiting for 7 hours. Try and learn new things. Like I went to Hamleys and I learned a new little game on the airport. Or I tried some new food at the airport and chatted with some new people there. So it's just learning all the way, and it's just one life,
Yes.
This is the best thing. You have got one life and you have to do so many things to
do actually.
And believe me, after COVID, after this whole era of COVID, where people didn't know how long we had to live, it's been even more important for me to kind of quickly go and do stuff that you really want to do in life, because it is just one life and you never know how long it is. So it's just that whole idea of experiencing new things, and whatever God's given us, just experience all of it before you kind of kick the bucket.
Yes. And sometimes we got a feedback also कि अकेले कैसे जीना है ना, हमने सीखा.
Of course, you don't travel alone all the time. Believe me, I've traveled alone like for the last 24 years. Sometimes for work, sometimes for fun, sometimes for a mix of work and fun, which I enjoy the most, because then you're also energized by the work that you do,
Yes.
and you're also energized by the fun that you're having. So that whole balance is something that one needs to find. And I think every woman has to find her own balance. Her circumstances are different, her priorities are different, but then it's important. See, this is the most important person in life, for you. Okay. And it's people may prioritize you, people may not prioritize you. Your kids grow up, they have their own life. Your spouse goes to work, he has his own life. So where is your life? And who's going to prioritize that if not you?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going to prioritize growth?
Very
So
good.
I always tell the women leaders that we grow in organizations that you are the person who is most important, and you're the person who you can transform. So.
Yeah. And now the question is, as you travel for a business and a project on various destinations, can you advise us in a limited time period how you experience the best of that place?
Well, I earlier I used to look at all those travelogues and travel books, etc. I used to Google a lot before I went to a new place. But later I realized that it's important to kind of just land up there and talk to the locals. Talk to those people, try and understand listen to stories from the locals. And it has a very different flavor from how we plan and do things. There are travel agents who will plan things for us, etc., which is great. So I initially used to do a lot of that. But what tends to happen sometimes is that they kind of schedule it in a very, tight way, and you're not able to do what you want to do sometimes. So if you have a travel agent who can actually make it very flexible and make it very customized for you, that's one good way to do it initially. But later, I think it makes sense to look at maps, go to that place, talk to the locals, figure things out on your own, join new groups who are already traveling in that place, have conversations in your hotel or Airbnb, for that matter, wherever you're staying, and find out more. So having those conversations there helped me a lot to figure out what's important and what's beautiful.
Great.
And another thing that I tell people is that अपना पोहा और मिसल लेके यहाँ से मत जाओ. Like I don't want to carry upit from here and eat it in Egypt. I want to try Egyptian khana. I want to go and learn how to really make a genuine hummus in Turkey. I want to go and figure things out and eat and kind of experience that place to its fullest potential.
Yes. So basically, you are an avid traveler and you want to experience those experiences for what actually the countries are for. The places are for. Usually, people go just for the sightseeing tick mark places. The thing is, sightseeing places won't change. Whoever suggests you, whoever plans for you, those are not going to change. The experiences are something which is actually you should do on your holiday. That's what you are mentioning, right?
Absolutely. So like I said, Cappadocia, it's like Star Wars. You're going to a new planet. When you're standing there, it's like a new planet. And you're like in the middle of a place where you're living inside a cave. Okay. Now that's an experience. You can never ever have it without being there and without actually getting inside that cave and going 22 floors down into their Inkuyu and stuff like that. So you have to feel it, and there's no other way apart from travel.
Yes. Actually, this what happens is just what you said is when we plan the things now. We at Smiles End, what we do is our first principle is to we never sell that place just because we want to sell it.
Yeah.
You know, what we do is we personally go at that place, we actually reiki that place. Like, see, what interests me might be that won't interest you. So what we do from last now 8 to 10 years we are in this industry. So what we do is we study that place. And I mean,
not only study,
before going to that place, we actually study that place over here also. We literally list out the things what we want to see. We go there, we do the reiki. Once the reiki is done, then we are confident enough that what my client exactly needs. You know, it usually happens that might be, if I say, like, if you're roaming in Paris, if I have someone who asks me for the Paris itinerary, usually it's like, you know, Eiffel Tower. You have to do Disneyland.
Those typical places, touristy places as they call it.
Now, if there is a family of 6, and I know the senior citizen will not enjoy Disneyland. Yeah. So this is one example which I always give out to my clients also. Like, we are into customized thing. So why we say it customize is, I know I want to enjoy. Absolutely. I know your taste. So that way, what we do is we go and recce those places, and then only we sell it. So, if you ask about us, then we ourselves have traveled almost 35 plus countries due to that.
Yes.
So this is what
very important. It's a part of your research. Yeah, it's a part of.
So this is something which is, you know, of course the subject is too vast. You cannot. The stories are, you know, endless. So thank you for your such a time giving out your precious time to us. And sharing your travel knowledge with us. So thank you.
Yeah, I want to congratulate you because something like this for women is actually required. It's actually required to bring them out of their comfort zones sometimes, and out of that whole idea of, okay, I'll prioritize myself later. I think taking them off that, and I think you're helping.
What I can say?
You won't believe.
Yeah, you won't believe that when we take these women out on the first day, or rather before booking the tour, they're like, do you really think we would enjoy? Do you really think we manage our own? I mean, 7 days, 6-7 days without my family or without my spouse. Do you really think we can do it? On the first day when they check in, they're happy. They're going to leave this life for 6-7 days. But at the 7th day, they're like, हमको घर नहीं जाना है, यहीं से कहीं और लेके चल.
I can imagine. It gives a tremendous amount of confidence and freedom. And I think 7 days to you. Yeah.
So we were very happy when we took our first tour. We were like, yes, we are on the right path. So थोड़ा करेंगे लेकिन अच्छा करेंगे.
नहीं, अब बहुत जरूरी है ये, और बहुत जरूरी है ये चीज लोगों को समझाना. And if you're doing that, I think congratulations and all my support and best wishes. And happy to be of any help if you really need to kind of educate people around that and talk to people about it. Yeah. Great. So very inspiring.
Yeah. And last question to you: what was your favorite destination and why?
Actually, there are so many. I can go on all day about it, but I would say I loved Cappadocia that I talked about.
Yeah.
It was a very different experience. It's like it's not on this earth. It's a different place. I love going to London every now and then because I like it, just like it, and the museums and and I love Paris. That is another. Amsterdam. Those are my 3 or 4.
I have seen on that one kind of
Do you experience hotel balloon at Cappadocia?
Yes. I was in the hot air balloon with a Korean set of people, with some Korean people. And nobody, including the person who was kind of taking us on the balloon, nobody could understand each other's language. We communicated beautifully. We enjoyed that experience thoroughly. Yeah. It was wonderful. I was talking to you about this place called Zandsechans. It's a place in Holland. It's a place where there are these huge windmills.
Yes.
I still dream of it. It's so beautiful. It was so beautiful. So I think some of those are memorable experiences, and many more, like Thailand. There are places in Thailand that I like. There's a place in Bali that I love.
Yes,
So
yes.
I think everywhere there is some space that kind of stays with you and is a part of you for the rest of your life. Honestly, it's a
True.
part of you.
Nice speaking to
Nice
you,
speaking
Mukta.
to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye bye, and all the best for your endeavors. Bye.
Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.